If you tried other pendulum videos but found out that the pendulum was swinging way too fast for your eyes to follow, I slowed it down for you, make it easier for your eyes to follow. If you tried almost everything but you're having a hard time falling asleep, you came to the right place. This pendulum will put you to sleep immediately. Hello, I'm Mesmer, your host. In today's video, I will discuss the thought process of random association and the effect they have, the emotional effect they have on our mood. We're also going to discuss about how to deal with anxiety, breaking bad habits, relieve stress, using the techniques I'm going to present to you. I will perform hypnosis process that usually is an induction for actual hypnotherapy, but the whole purpose of this session is just to put you to sleep. I will not perform any actual therapy on you after the induction. Actual hypnotherapy needs to be performed in person and has to be modified and tailored to the person who is receiving it. And the purpose of this hypnotherapy is just to put you to sleep. I will not try to influence any part of your subconscious during the hypnosis. I will just try to put you to sleep. So, let's begin. If you tried other pendulum videos but found out that the pendulum was swinging way too fast for your eyes to follow, I slowed it down for you, make it easier for your eyes to follow. Let's begin with a few interesting facts about pendulum. You see, most people associating hypnosis with this object. It's usually a pocket watch, but it could actually be any object that you're focusing on while you're watching this magical watch pocket swinging from side to side. It's basically just your eyes are following it. Your head is staying still. Of movement from side to side, followed by your eyes horizontally. It's usually associating your brain with shaking your head when you say the word no. Think about it for a moment. Now, if I would replace the movement with up and down vertically, it will associate your brain with yes, yes, like nodding your head up and down. Think about it for a second. Every time you saw a salesperson trying to sell you something, or when you try to get a yes, first thing you do was nod. Now, understand this. Even just your eye movement or movement that you see with your eyes that has some kind of association for a word, your brain can interpret it in a certain way. Let me give you an example. In your brain, there's a mechanism psychologists call a lycometer. The same way the algorithm of Facebook and YouTube works. Your brain is feeding what you stimuli. Whatever you feeding it, it will provide you more of it, amplify it, and expand it. Let's take an example from Facebook. If you stopping on a video and keep watching, the is learning that this is what you like and giving you more of it. Same way with YouTube. If you're watching a video for a long period, YouTube is learning that this is what you like and giving you more of it. You see, your brain is working in the same way. It has a like or dislike. And it happened very instant without even you noticing it. Let me give you an example. Do you like this video? Would you keep watching it? Will you subscribe? I'm joking. Subscribe only if you really like this stuff and you're looking to get more of it. The same thing works with words. Words can associate with emotions. There's a lot of words that are associating with emotion of happiness, for example. Sun, beach, flowers, laugh, kiss, etc. And just a flash of these words or a picture that's symbolizing these words, mentioning it before, can lift your mood even for just a fraction, just a little bit, and affect the rest of the sentence. You see, if I'll flash you the word fun and then put the word grass or something that associates with grass, like grasshopper, suddenly it would take you a few seconds if you don't really like bugs or insects, because it might take you a few seconds because in your brain it's already registered as a negative word because of your fear from spiders and bugs and stuff like that. Anyway, negative emotion words like dark, empty, cold, rain, both kinds can affect neutral words that may not be negative nor positive in the immediate thinking. If it's not in the right context, it could be either negative or positive words. For example, the last word, rain, can be negative if a previous word mentioned was dark clouds, for example, or positive if the previous word was prospered or growth. You see, rain can be associated with both. It's all about perspective. Unfortunately, negative words have a longer lasting effect since our brain are wired to pick on negativity a lot quicker than on positivity and opportunities. See, it's part of our survival mechanism. The part of our brain that's responsible for recording it is the amygdala. The amygdala, if you want to learn more about it, you're more than welcome. I can give you the resources that I have. Whoever designed our brain made us aware of threats a lot quicker than opportunities, and the reason why. You see, it's much more important for us to recognize danger than to find food or mate. I mean, it is important that we will find a source of food or mate to prosper and to multiply. But it's much more important for our survival to avoid danger. So, and that's mainly why our brain is not built to recognize them in a split of a second, the same way that we react to danger. And unfortunately, in our day and age, these mechanisms sometimes hurting us. They causing us anxiety and irrational fear that taking subconscious minds are very good at tracking progress. If you decide to set goal, like get to work on time or sending an important email, reach a certain goal in your work, part of your brain is assigned to already remind you to see if you reach the goal and make sure to do adjustment along the way. But if you set a goal that is a mental goal, like do not think about white lions, your tracking mechanism will work like a short circuit that will keep burning its fuse whenever you replace it with a new one. It will keep firing itself every time your brain will ask you the question and bombarded you with white lines. Think about it. If I tell you don't think about pink elephant, every time the word pink elephant will be mentioned, it will be like impossible to not think about pink elephant. The same process happens when you're trying to fight negative and bothering thoughts. That the more you try to suppress them and try to keep yourself in check, to not think about them, the more they will bother you, and eventually they will consume you. You will not be able to stop thinking about them. Usually thoughts that get stuck from random association of a day-by-day encounter are the ones that shock us, the ones that we try to suppress. They may not be true, these thoughts, but they are the thoughts that scared us the most, or the most embarrassing one that we can't bear to live with if they will be found. Now there is a way to stop this vicious cycle. Let me tell you the secret. The way is to withdraw the energy from the thoughts and focus on something external, like your breathing, your hands, your sound, your body, and the places it touch on the surface, your posture, the way you're sitting, the way you're standing. The first step is to recognize this repeated behavior that's causing you to get into this vicious cycle, and to understand what is the association that brings it every time. Bring that vicious cycle of thinking and anxiety. You need to recognize it and so-called catch it. And how do you catch it? You just catch yourself thinking about whatever you're trying to avoid. And as soon as you catch yourself, withdraw the energy. Focus on something external. Withdraw the energy from underneath it. Think about it as the thought is standing on a pedestal of energy. As soon as you grab it off, it will fall down. This process is called meditation, taming the mind. It does take practice and repetition, but like everything in life, practice make it better, because nothing is perfect. If you prefer to watch just a video of the pendulum without the talking, click here. If you want to learn the techniques of how to properly meditate in order to fight anxiety and dropping thoughts as I showed, please click